Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why am I feeling so tired lately, even when I'm eating what I've always eaten? Or maybe you've noticed those extra pounds hanging around, even though your portions haven't changed. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot of folks over 60 are doing their best to eat healthy, but still feel like something's off. And here's the truth most people don't talk about: your body changes with age, and your diet needs to change with it. Hi there, welcome. If you care about living stronger, longer, and with more energy than ever, you're in the right place. Go ahead and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss more simple, practical tips to take better care of your body and your mind after 60. We're building a community here where aging is something to celebrate, not fear. In today's video, we're talking about 6 surprisingly common diet mistakes that many older adults make, without even realizing it. And more importantly, I'll show you what to eat instead, so you can feel clearer, lighter, and more energized, without giving up the foods you love. Let's dive right in. Have you ever stood in front of your fridge, wondering what to eat, and somehow you just end up reaching for the same old thing? Toast, cereal, maybe a cup of coffee? If that sounds like you, you're not alone. As we get older, eating can start to feel like just another chore. But here's the thing: what we eat now matters more than ever. And some of the habits that worked just fine in our 30s or 40s, they can start working against us after 60. It's easy to assume that diet mistakes are something younger folks make when they skip meals or eat fast food. But the truth is, many of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond are unknowingly making small, everyday mistakes that quietly drain our energy, weaken our bones, slow our minds, and make aging feel harder than it needs to be. But the good news? These mistakes are fixable. And today we're going to talk about 6 of the most common ones, and what you can do instead, starting with your next meal. Let's start with a big one. And it might surprise you: skipping meals, especially breakfast. Now, I know some of you might say, but I'm not hungry in the morning, or I've been doing this for years. And that might have been okay when you were younger. But after 60, skipping meals, especially that first one of the day, can actually make you feel more tired, mess with your blood sugar, and even make it harder to focus or stay balanced. Think of your body like an old car. It might still run just fine, but it needs regular fuel and the right kind to keep going smoothly. Breakfast doesn't have to be big or fancy. It could be a soft-boiled egg with a slice of whole grain toast, or a small bowl of oatmeal with a few chopped walnuts. The key is giving your body something nourishing to start the day, not just coffee or crackers. When you skip meals, especially as you age, your muscles can weaken faster, your metabolism slows down, and your energy dips lower. And let's be honest, no one enjoys that mid-morning crash that leaves you feeling like a nap before noon. Now, let's talk about something that's almost the opposite: eating too little protein. This one is sneaky, because many seniors think they're eating healthy by cutting down on meat or dairy. Maybe it's because of old advice, or just because our appetite shrinks with age. But the truth is, after 60, our bodies actually need more protein, not less, to maintain muscle, stay strong, and heal properly when we get injured. And no, that doesn't mean eating a big steak every day. Protein can come from so many places, like eggs, beans, lentils, Greek yogurt, even soft-cooked chicken or fish. One of my favorite tricks? A scoop of protein-rich cottage cheese with a little fruit for a snack. It's easy, it's gentle on the stomach, and it helps keep your muscles from wasting away. Because here's the truth most people don't talk about: as we age, we naturally start losing muscle. It's called sarcopenia, and it begins as early as our 50s. By the time we hit 70 or 80, it can become a real problem, affecting balance, mobility, and even independence. But eating the right amount of protein, spread evenly throughout the day, is one of the best ways to fight back. Still with me? Good. Because the next mistake is one that nearly all of us are guilty of at some point: not drinking enough water. I know it sounds so simple, but it's also something that becomes much more important as we get older. You see, the sense of thirst actually fades with age. So even if you don't feel thirsty, your body might already be low on fluids. And that can lead to headaches, fatigue, constipation, dizziness, and even confusion that gets mistaken for memory loss. One moment you're just feeling a little off, and the next you're wondering why your energy disappeared or why your joints ache more than usual. Drinking enough water doesn't mean forcing down glass after glass. Start your day with a small cup of warm water with lemon. Sip herbal tea throughout the afternoon. Eat more foods with high water content, like cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, or soup. Little changes go a long way. And if you're someone who forgets to drink until it's too late, try this. Keep a favorite glass or bottle near your favorite chair. If it's in sight, you're more likely to sip it without even thinking. Now that we've covered those first few mistakes, skipping meals, missing out on protein, and not drinking enough water, let's keep going, because the next one might just be hiding in your spice rack or salt shaker. Let's talk about something that might be sitting right on your dinner table: too much sodium. You might not be shaking a ton of salt on your food, but salt has a sneaky way of slipping into our diets without us realizing it. Canned soups, deli meats, frozen dinners, even that low-fat cottage cheese, many of them are loaded with sodium. And the truth is, after 60, our bodies just don't handle salt the same way they used to. Our kidneys become a bit less efficient with age. That means sodium builds up more easily, putting pressure on the heart, raising blood pressure, and increasing the risk of stroke. The tough part? It doesn't always feel dramatic. Maybe your ankles swell a little. Maybe your blood pressure creeps up. Maybe you're just feeling a bit puffier than usual. It's subtle, but it matters. So what can you do instead? You don't have to eat bland, tasteless food. You just need to get creative with your flavor. Try using herbs like rosemary, thyme, or dill. Add a squeeze of lemon or a splash of vinegar to brighten up soups and meats. Garlic and turmeric not only taste amazing, but they're also anti-inflammatory, great for joints and brain health. And if you love canned foods, look for the low-sodium versions, or give them a quick rinse under cold water to wash away some of the salt. Speaking of things that sneak up on us, too much sugar is another big one. And I'm not just talking about desserts. Sugar hides in pasta sauce, crackers, flavored yogurts, salad dressings, even so-called healthy granola bars. And after 60, excess sugar isn't just about weight gain. It affects your energy, your memory, and your immune system. Some studies even link high sugar intake to an increased risk of dementia. Now, that doesn't mean you can never have a slice of cake at a birthday party or enjoy a treat now and then. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But what you do want is to become more aware of where sugar is hiding in your daily routine. For example, if your breakfast yogurt has more than 10 grams of added sugar, try switching to plain Greek yogurt and sweeten it yourself with fresh berries and a drizzle of honey. Craving something crunchy in the afternoon? Instead of reaching for cookies or packaged snacks, try air-popped popcorn with a bit of olive oil and cinnamon. It's satisfying, tasty, and way better for your blood sugar. And if you have a sweet tooth, don't beat yourself up. We all do. Just try to satisfy it with fruit more often than candy. A ripe banana or a slice of juicy mango can be just as comforting, especially if you freeze them for a cool treat on a warm day. But let's be honest, it's not always just about what we eat. Sometimes the real mistake is what we're not eating enough of. And this one is especially important after 60, not getting enough fiber. Fiber is your body's natural broom. It helps keep things moving in your gut, it lowers cholesterol, it stabilizes blood sugar, and it even helps you feel full longer. Yet, so many older adults barely get half of the fiber they need each day. And the problem with low fiber isn't just constipation, though that alone can be a big struggle. It also affects heart health, increases the risk of diabetes, and can even throw your mood off balance. Ever felt foggy, irritable, or sluggish for no clear reason? Your gut might be trying to tell you something. So what can you do? Start with small, doable swap. Switch from white bread to whole grain. Add a handful of chia seeds or flax seeds to your breakfast. Choose brown rice instead of white, or add a spoonful of beans to your salad or soup. Even snacking on a pear or a handful of almonds can make a difference. And if you're worried about bloating or have a sensitive stomach, take it slow. Add fiber gradually and make sure you're drinking enough water, which helps everything move along smoothly. Food is more than just fuel at this stage in life. It's your body's frontline defense against the wear and tear of aging. And by paying attention to these small, often overlooked details, you give yourself the power to feel stronger, clearer, and more energized every single day. Next, we'll look at one final mistake that's easy to fall into, and yet, fixing it might be the key to bringing everything else together. There's one more mistake we need to talk about, and it might be the most common one of all. It's not about carbs or fat or even sugar. It's about falling into the habit of eating the same limited foods over and over again. Now I get it. After a certain age, cooking doesn't feel as exciting as it once did. Maybe your taste buds have changed. Maybe you live alone, or you just don't feel like experimenting with new recipes. So you stick to what's simple: toast, rice, soup, bananas. Familiar things that are easy to prepare and easy to chew. But the problem is, when your diet gets too repetitive, you miss out on the wide range of nutrients your body truly needs to stay healthy, vibrant, and sharp. Think of your body like a garden. If you only water one corner and ignore the rest, it won't grow the way it's meant to. It needs variety, different nutrients, different vitamins, different colors. And the same goes for your meals. Each color on your plate brings something unique to the table. Red tomatoes bring lycopene for heart health. Dark leafy greens like spinach or kale are loaded with calcium and folate. Orange carrots and sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene for your eyes and immune system. Even purple cabbage and blueberries help fight inflammation and boost brain power. So instead of sticking to the same 5 or 6 foods, challenge yourself to try just one new item each week. It doesn't have to be exotic. It could be as simple as trying roasted beets, a lentil salad, or a fresh papaya for dessert. You might be surprised how much you enjoy it, and how much better your body feels. Even if you don't love cooking, you can still make variety easy. Buy pre-cut veggies or frozen stir-fry mixes. Try a meal delivery kit tailored for seniors, or visit your local farmer's market for inspiration. Eating well doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be a little more colorful. And while we're talking about nourishment, let me say something you might not hear very often. You deserve to be well-fed. Not just full, but truly nourished. You've spent a lifetime caring for others, raising children, working hard, facing struggles big and small. Now it's your time. And taking care of yourself doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can start with just one small change. Adding a hard-boiled egg to your breakfast, drinking a little more water, swapping the salt for fresh herbs, or picking up a new fruit from the store just to try it. The amazing thing is, your body will notice. You'll start waking up with a little more energy. Your mind will feel clearer. That afternoon slump won't hit quite as hard. You might even notice your digestion improving, or those aches and pains feeling a bit lighter. And it's not about perfection. Nobody eats perfectly all the time, especially not after 60. But consistency, not perfection, is what brings the real result. A few better choices each day are more powerful than any strict diet or trendy plan. Let's take a moment to remember what we've covered today. We talked about why skipping meals, especially breakfast, can leave you feeling drained, and how adding protein can protect your muscles and energy. We looked at the sneaky ways salt and sugar show up in everyday foods, and how small swaps can make a big difference. We saw how fiber keeps your gut, heart, and mood healthy. And finally, we talked about the importance of variety, keeping your plate colorful, vibrant, and nourishing. But more than that, we talked about you. About how food isn't just about nutrients or rules. It's about quality of life. About enjoying each day with clarity, strength, and peace of mind. because you deserve to feel good in your body, not just okay, not just managing, but truly well. So I want to encourage you, right now, choose just one thing from today's conversation to start with. Maybe it's having a real breakfast tomorrow. Maybe it's adding more color to your plate. Or maybe it's just drinking more water today than you did yesterday. Whatever it is, give yourself credit. You're taking control of your health in a powerful way. And if something from this video spoke to you, if you've experienced one of these challenges, or found something helpful, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. You're not alone in this. So many others are navigating the same questions, the same shift. Sharing your story might help someone else feel seen and encouraged too. If this video helped you, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. We've got more videos coming your way, all focused on living stronger, happier, and healthier in the years ahead. Here's to living your best life, at any age, in any season. Because the best is still ahead and you're just getting started.